You want to say Kalalali, how about Hashem, Washai, Hashem, Raka, Kodash, the banos to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm the brother Shapar from the JMS Jamaica camp. You know, and one of the main prophecies that you always hear, Great Millstone always be harping on, you know, is the key major prophecy, you know, which is called the M.O.T.B. You know, we can't even say it out, you know, plainly, but that's one of the major prophecy that is basically going to be fulfilled upon the earth. So it's vital that we bring out all the information pertaining to this thing, you know, because we're not pulling this out of our ass, man. We basically done the research. We know all the things that basically are going to lead to that. So what this lesson is about to do is to show you some of the things that are being put in place to bring about that type of system where you're going to receive a microchip in your hand. So we show you, so this lesson is to show you the infrastructure in motion, you know, being set up, you know, leading to that. Yeah. So here in Jamaica, you know, we have a bunch of leaders, so-called leaders, because they aren't, you know, willing to sell you out, setting a trap for the people here in Jamaica, which is of the tribe of Benjamin, by the way. You know, they are set up to basically get you in the position to receive this thing, you know. You know, a bunch of lapdogs, by the way. But anyway, they are the so-called white man lapdogs, you know. But anyway, there's an infrastructure being rolled out. For the past couple of years, they're trying to get this in, but it's finally gone through for the Jamaican people to get a digital ID. You know, this is a stepping stone, basically, to digitalize the whole Jamaican economy. You know what I mean? So it's just an identification card. You know, it basically is bringing in an infrastructure in which, you know, everything is going to be handled digitally, you know. And in essence, these people working themselves out of a job. You know, you see, soon and very soon there won't be any prime minister or anything like that in Jamaica. A lot of Jamaican people don't know that, you know, because it's coming down to what AI is going to do. And this lesson basically going to go into all of that. Now, as I said before, the infrastructure is being rolled out now. The ID is being pushed out onto the public. You know, they launched the project, and now you have people receiving their IDs, their digital identity. You know, which basically, if you don't know what digital ID is, you know, it started with the UN. You know, giving a mandate, because it's a UN mandate, man. This is not something where is the brainchild of Jamaica, you know what I mean? Countries across the world, you know what I mean, is giving, you know, stepping orders to bring about a digital ID, man. This is also a part of ID 2020, you know, under the United Nations, you know, a part of the Sustainable Development Goals, you know what I mean? Agenda 2030. So these people out here behaving like, for some reason, they are the ones coming up with these type of stuff. But we know ultimately what the UN, what the World Economic Forum, and all these people, we know what their true intentions are, man. So even though the Prime Minister is out here behaving like, say, oh, this is the best thing ever happened to Jamaica, you know what I mean? We know exactly what's going on. A lot of Jamaican people understand what's going on, man. You know, because this man come out speak about certain things, and there's a lot of backlash to it because people have an idea what is going on. But anyway, this is the news forum. You see, the office of the Prime Minister. This is from the office of the Prime Minister. Historic issuing of the first batch of national identification cards. So this is the NIDS, the digital ID system that is being rolled out in Jamaica right now. Seeing, they say today is a great day. We have now issued the first set of national identification card, you know, and the process begins in earnest. See, this is what the Prime Minister says, you know. So we're just gonna read a little bit of this here, you know, just to give you an idea. It said the government of Jamaica achieved a monumental milestone. You see, why they basically saying this, man? You see, this is very important to the system that they're basically bringing in, man. You know, so they are celebrating the fact that they achieved something that their masters tell them to do. You know, because Jamaica is at the forefront of doing all these type of things. At the forefront of doing all these type of things. Remember, you know, when it comes down to the digital currency, the CBDC, Jamaica is the first nation to make it legal tender. Yeah, so it's like the testing ground for this bullshit, man. You know, but let me continue here. It's a monumental milestone on Friday, November the 15th, 2024. It's a with the official issuing of the first set of national identification card under the integrated national identification system. This landmark give signal the beginning of a new era. A new era, yes. You know, in securing identification and digital transformation of Jamaica. So their intention is to transfer Jamaica in a fully digital society. You know what I mean? And we know when we have a fully digital society, how the governance is going to go. But anyway, you know, and for the people who are not up to speed with this, you know, you need to go on and research, you know, the digital revolution, what you call it, technocracy and all these things, you know. So, and you know, we research what the World Economic Forum is and what they're actually dealing with. You know, we've been through that already, so you know, you get yourself up to speed with what's going on here. Now, let me just jump down. It mentioned integrated national identification system. I just want to bring out a part of how the integration go. Now, let me get this part of the article here. It said the National Identification System, the NIDS, is designed to provide every Jamaican with a secure, verifiable identity, enabling seamless transactions. Remember, you know, seamless transactions in the growing digital society. You know, the elite basically pushing the Internet of Things and all these things across the world, Internet of Bodies and all these things. You can go look up all those terminology. You say, with enhanced security features, you know, it's going to be on the blockchain, stuff like that. You know, you can go do the research. You know, the national ID surpass existing identification documents such as passport, electoral ID, and driver's license. So every means of identification in Jamaica, this thing will cover every means of identification in Jamaica right now. That's what they are telling you. You know, at some point, all the other identification them are gonna phase out, because what these people try to do is to get institutions to basically change over them system to these things. So automatically using those services, you automatically have to go and get, you know, the required identification to deal with whatsoever. Like you're going to the bank now, you're gonna need the NIDS for basically open an account, or if you basically do anything to do the account. You know what I mean? You're going to certain government services, you have to go present an ID, you have to go deal with that. Right? So that's what it's all about. Right? So let's dig down further into this, because the ID, it is going to be coupled with the digital currency. Yeah, I do have video now. I soon link you. I soon link. Tell him some soon link then. Yeah. So remember, the ID, you know, is supposed to be linked with the digital currency, right? So we're gonna see how what's going on with the digital currency right now, because they are having some problems with the implementation of the Jamdex, which is the Jamaican version of the CBDC. So
has Jamaica's central bank given up on its digital currency Jamdex? I'm Kalila Reynolds, founder and CEO of Money Media, Money News Made Simple. So Jamdex is supposed to be the digital version of the Jamaican dollar. We did a video about that some time ago explaining all about it. You can check that out on our YouTube page. It's been almost 2 years after its debut, and it's been mostly crickets. Now, though the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, has been trying to bring Jamdex into the mainstream, there have been many bumps along the way. BOJ Governor Richard Biles was a guest on Taking Stock recently. He said businesses are finding it challenging to facilitate customers using the digital currency.
So, you see, this is strategic, You see, the thing is, in order to get a widespread adoption of the Jamdex, the main target cannot be the people themselves, because people not going to just jump up and just take up, a new system just like that. What they want to do now is to get all businesses, bringing in the framework, bringing in the infrastructure to basically accommodate this type of thing. So soon and very soon, businesses and banks and all these type of people now will basically run these type of transaction. They're going to change over their system to this. So automatically the people have to go and get a wallet, to basically get them thing free flowing when approaching them business here, via payments and all of this. So we know exactly what they are doing here. This is the psychology behind the thing. So they need to get all these, every merchant now, to basically get in the system for bringing in the digital ID, man. A way of making transaction. So that's what is going on here.
Come across challenges with Jamdex. I tell you what the latest one is that, when you come to a merchant, let's take a merchant like, and I just choose a popular restaurant, Burger King or KFC. Normally you have a line, excuse me, and the line is pressuring the cashier to do our transaction quickly. These institutions, these businesses don't want to have to use a different system for somebody who is using a debit or credit card and somebody who is using Jamdex.
Biles says they've had to step back and develop a system that integrates with POS machines. Now, they've tested it out, and they're now in discussions with a major bank to do a pilot.
So they're going to sneak this in now. You know what I mean? They're going to sneak this in now with other machines that it's being integrated. So therefore, every business automatically going to have these things, this way of transaction as an option. Yeah? So they don't bring it in like they force it in on these businesses. They bring it in like they have an option, to use, whether you want to use the debit card or the Jamdex. But that basically is to get the thing in place, under the radar. Then now they're gonna get the people, to basically get Jamdex, to use Jamdex. So therefore it automatically gonna phase out the other systems that it's been being used alongside with. Cause that's the whole thing, the race is for the swift. The race is not for the swift, but for them that can endure. So this is about outdo all the other systems that are gonna be alongside. It's a cunning trick. All right, watch this now. This is what they're going to try to do to the people right now. Watch what's going on here. I know I'm going on too long, but we're going to get some precept. I just want to show you what's really going on here. And then we move to some precept afterward. Let me get this.
base, similar to most applications offered by local banks. The central bank has also indicated that it was disappointed in the slow pace of take-up for Jamdex, along with the number of banks with wallets online. At least one other bank has a CBDC wallet in the sandbox. In 2021, 230 million units of Jamdex were minted by the BOJ. Up to the end of July, that sum increased to 257 million. But how can the use of CBDC be encouraged?
We need to start as a society getting some people paid if they're receiving their payments in CBDC. Then
You see that now? So the next target now is to target employers to pay you in CBDC. You understand? So now the merchants basically it automatically have a system that can use CBDC alongside the other systems that existing systems now. Now that you have your CBDC in a pay, you have no excuse because the place them where you go buy things. You see you see these people are a bunch of cunning people, man. You know what I mean? The scripture said they set a trap. They catch men. I'm gonna fuck me get a precept there before we go further. Oh, yeah, I think I have it already. This is Jeremiah 5 and 20 and 26. It says, "For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth a snare." What is a snare? A trap that basically is they use a gin or a trap what they use to catch in game, wildlife, you know. But anyway, they set a trap. They catch men. So basically, them set up a system that's gonna catch you. That's what's going on here. You know, they're gonna funnel you into using the system, man. So their thing it's not. You see, and the Jamaican people is very weary of this plan because the Prime Minister came out, a few years ago, about 2 years ago, saying that the whole Jamaica system is going to transform into a digital system, monetary system. Everything will become digital. That's what he said. And there's a big backlash that came with it, man. Because the people are very weary of this thing. You see, so there's a big backlash, and he have to come and change him out. I'm gonna fact, I'll get play that video here. You know what I mean? Because you see. Come on now, man.
People born in January has 3 rules. Don't.
Yeah, that's something,
In the coming weeks, and days, I'll be making certain announcements regarding the acceleration of Jamaica's intention to become a fully digital society.
When you hear what the intention is, you see, and all this tying with what's going on internationally and what the UN plan is, the World Economic Plan is the New World Order, man. If you don't know, it's New World Order. Go on.
We are well on our way to this. We have established the national identification system. We have put in place our digital currency. We have given directions to our ministries to digitalize their operations. Most of our ministries are now moving from paper-based systems to digital systems. Our military is transitioning. The society is moving very quickly, very rapidly to become digital. Our banking consumers are seeing it as well because the banks are moving very rapidly to digital. You have something now called artificial intelligence. Very soon this position of a human being exchanging cash and so on, that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon. And you are going to have to interface with machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace. In the coming weeks, and days, I'll be making.
Wait, no. The brother just called saying you want to under fit for him.
Yeah, so this is what he said a few years ago. You know, this is what he basically bring out a few years ago. You know, and now he's backtracking. So he never said that. You know, so because there was a backlash. You know, if you can read, I think I can read some of them comments, and maybe we can check. You know, a whole lot of people basically, you know, was against what he was saying. You know what I mean? So he have to come back and change his mouth, as if he never said that. You know, but the internet is a thing now where we have videos and people be saving videos, man. You know, and collecting clips. You know what I mean? To basically, you know, use as receipts. You know, but this is basically what they are doing. And Mark, all these things that he said, you know, concerning the digital system. You know what I mean? And that, look, AI is what gonna govern everything. And you see, where do you hear that? You know, the UN is one of them. Matter of fact, I play this video here.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, and I want to do a quick update about a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend called the Pact of the Future document. It's two parts, one on science and technology and one about the youth and future generations. It is quite egregious, and it was done by a procedure called the silence.
Where's the sound? What's this, man? What's this? The devil doing everything today to basically disrupt.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, and I want to do a quick update about a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend.
Yeah, that's the devil, man. You know, Satan, man. Satan trying to disrupt everything going on today. You know, people come and disturbing me doing my video. You know, videos not playing properly.
Called the Pact of the Future document. It's two parts, one on science and technology and one about the youth and future generations. It is quite egregious, and it was done by a procedure called the silence procedure, which makes it a pact. And if no one objected, it is automatically adopted and put into the record as being completely adopted. This is the World Health Organization's runaround, or end around. Since they were not able to get the World Health Organization treaty passed, they decided to take it to the General Assembly. And it is
that treaty was to basically, silence everybody who have a say, when there is a crisis like a pandemic or whatsoever. You know what I mean? The only persons that are supposed to have a say concerning what's going on is the people who are credible sources, as I would say, your government or whatsoever. You know what I mean? So I did a lesson previously dealing with misinformation and disinformation. That's what it's about.
And more egregious than what the World Health Organization was wanting to get passed. Let me just read you something really quickly about what is inside of this pact that is now being accepted by 193 nations around the world and equally open-armed accepted by our current...
And believe it or not, Jamaica is in the top 10. Yeah?
administration. Everyone, it says that this is the power structure, fully digital and maximized for the control of the masses. Everyone will be expected to have a biometric digital ID that marks them not just as citizens of an individual country, but as a global citizen. So anytime you hear global citizen or anytime you hear sustainability, think that this is an egregious thing that's happening at the level of the World Health Organization.
Yeah, you can go look it up, man. Jamaica for Agenda 2030. They are fully in the agenda, man. Fully in the agenda, man. So everything that this lady is just mentioning, the Prime Minister just speak about it in his press briefing, man. You know what I mean? Everything that she's speaking about.
And the United Nations. Anyone that has a dissonant opinion will be labeled as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation and memory hold. Perpetrators for unapproved information will be
Just do a little lesson on that. misinformation and disinformation.
Checked and punished by the system, which will be operated and enforced by artificial intelligence. Punishments will include being...
You see? Artificial intelligence is going to govern everything. And as the Prime Minister said, that's what it is. So as we said before, these people basically setting a trap. You know what I mean? These people here saying that they are your leaders, they are setting a trap for you to receive a system where at the end of the day, you're going to get a microchip in your hand. That's what it's coming down to. You see this card, you see them passing around now, talking about the ID, the national ID, digital ID. It's only there to set the infrastructure up. The digital infrastructure up where you can collect all data pertaining to you, in a database. So your digital footprint, everything that you do online, all the transaction that you made is recorded, man. On the blockchain. That's what they're gonna do. I know you have more super computers coming on board now, like for instance, Google now have the Willow. The Willow chip now, so they can do more. They can process more data now and all these things. So that there is endless possibility now of collecting data on everyone on the planet and everything. So what they need to do now is to basically put a device on you that they can track all your movement on the earth, man, on everything that you do, your transactions, all of that. So this is what coming, man, and they speak it out of their own mouth that they need to give a microchip to the people of the world, especially over there at the World Economic Forum, man. So this is nothing high. This is not a conspiracy. You know what I mean? But you have your Prime Minister out here behaving like this is what he is planning to do of his own, when it is the UN mandate, man. I'm going to show you that this is what it says. It says, for among my people are found wicked men, they lie in wait as he that setteth a snare, they set a trap, they catch men. And a lot of people here is going to be caught. Because a lot of people are going to need access to their money. When this system roll over. All they need is a crisis, to basically speed up everything, Just a crisis to speed up everything. Everything is already in place. The adoption of everything, they just need a crisis where they can say, oh, look, we can't go out, go spend cash anymore. You need to get that thing here. Get a wallet and whatsoever for extra, do any whatsoever you're going to do because it's a lockdown. They can't do that. There are so many viruses popping off all over the place right now. So many plagues. Who to tell? If they're not planning to go into another lockdown, blaming climate change and all these type of things. Because this is what they are saying. This is what they're saying. You see? You people think this thing is gonna continue, going like a Duracell, like a battery, energize a battery. This thing basically is coming to the wraps right now, man. That's what's going on. So let me show you how you see, because when you go where that pocket is with it, you can go on the UN website to check out the pack for the future. This is the UN website. When you scroll down here, when you scroll down here, you says to support member states that the Secretary General provide proposal in 11 policy brief deep in ideas initially led out in the Slack. I don't know, getting mixed up. It's a led out in our common agenda. And when you look down, all of the countries them that mentioned look like 5 countries here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. When you look at the 6 countries here, who you see here? Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica. So there's no surprise why your Prime Minister be talking about this digitalized and then him deny that him said all of that. Showing that they're up to something, man. Liars. That lie showing say you're him up to something sinister. Or something diabolical. That's why he needs to lie about what's going on. Because the people catch up to him. You know what I mean? With that statement what they make. And they come out, oh, can we digitalize our economy with digital currency when we're making new currency issuing? That doesn't mean anything, man. That doesn't mean anything. We have placeholders in any form of way. Yeah? You have other countries in Africa that will bring out new currency and still go in digital. You know, so stop the crazy. You know what I mean? But I'm going to get some scriptures here before we close off. I'm going to start from Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30 and 1. He said, woe unto the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that taketh counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk down into Egypt, yeah, and have not asked of my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. And who's the Pharaoh today? The so-called white man, He is the Pharaoh today. This is what our leaders basically be doing, going to these men for get, you know, some form of props that they can be included in the whole inclusion process. You know what I mean? Asking them for aid, asking them for all type of things. You know what I mean? And this is what Pharaoh gonna do to them, man. This is what Pharaoh gonna do to them. Put them in a trap. Because that's what's happening right now. They're being placed into a trap, man. Yeah? We're going to get something in your hand, you know? He said, strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, that trust in the shadow of Egypt, and believe that, especially America. America is the Egypt, modern Egypt today, you know what I mean? And there's no new thing under the sun. Yeah? So this is a process being repeating again, with America being that modern Egypt, you know? So there are these people, lapdogs, man. Yeah? That's what your leaders are. But anyway, get another precept here. Let's go through the precept then, way. He said, I found that, hold on. Got that one already. It's at 36. He said, lo, thou trustest in the staff of a broken reed, on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So this is what the so-called white man gonna do, man. He's literally gonna put something in your hand, man. It's leaning on him, literally gonna get your ass chipped, man. That's what gonna happen. And guess what the chip is? The M.O.T.B. That's what's coming. M.O.T.B. Leaning on this man, leaning on this man, trusting this man's shadow, basically gonna get his staff sticking in your hand. You know, and you're gonna receive a device, man. Yeah. Whoever ears, let him hear. You know. But let us give the warning precept, you know, of the same scenario. This is Revelation 13 and 9. This is Revelation 13 and 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. No, wrong precept. So why am I kind of captivity? This is Revelation 13 and 16. It said, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in his right hand or in his forehead. You know, Neuralist, you know, Elon Musk, that's what in the forehead, and then you have that rice grain size device that's going to be placed in your hand. You see? and that no man might be able, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Since you're not going to be able to buy or sell, if you're not going to be able to make a transaction without accepting this thing that they are bringing in, where you're going to get a device stick in your hand. You see the card thing in Jamaica right now, that's just a placeholder, man. It's a placeholder, but everything else gets set in place to accommodate the device that they're going to put on you, So, as the Prime Minister said, all transaction is going to be between, digitally, and machine is going to handle everything, which basically is saying that, look, man, you're going to be scanned, AI is going to monitor all shit. And we know, what a digital currency entails. It's programmable money, where they decide how it is spent, how it is used. So this is one of the biggest trap, that are going to catch a lot of people, man. And then you're going to be condemned by the Lord Yahweh. But Hashem Yahweh, man. Let me get this here. Revelation 14. This is Revelation 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his right hand, and receive his mark in his forehead, or his right hand, or in his hand. Why am I keep on saying this? It's like, I keep on saying. But anyway, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So there, the nuclear destruction that is coming from World War III, that is basically brewing with Russia now. You're gonna die. You're gonna be burnt with fire if you survive the other things that basically gonna happen before we reach that point. Because a lot of things, Jacob's trouble, all these things, that associated with Jacob's trouble is gonna come. So if you survive that, you're gonna be burnt. You're gonna be burnt with thermonuclear destruction. That's the condemnation of the Lord. Because you pick your side, you pick the side, you pick your God where you want to serve. And that God is the so-called white man and his system, which is AI and all these things. That's what it become your God. So, you're going to have to pay for that. But with that, we say, Kalalal, how about Hashem, Yawashai, Hashem, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of greatness, stone. Peace and blessing to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.